Hi everyone, my name is Hannah. Welcome to my channel. For today's video, I am showing you my interpretation of the That Girl makeup look. Please make sure you subscribe to make sure you are updated on any new videos that I post. I have just started this channel pretty recently and I would really love to pursue it more during the summertime. Also, I am wearing the green colored contacts from HapaKristin. If you would like to get 10% off HapaKristin, you can use my code HannahCha10. I don't make any commission from this, it's just a coupon code you can use to get 10% off. Without further ado, if you would like to see how I do this look, then just keep on watching. There's a fan blowing right next to me and I really hope that doesn't affect the sound of this video. It's a very sunny day today, as you can see. So I'm going to start off with some sunblock. I use the IOP UV Shield Sun Protector with SPF 50+. I always use this just because it's the only sunblock I have on my hands, and once this empties out I'm going to move on to the next sunblock product. So if you have any sunblocks you recommend that are good to wear underneath makeup, please let me know, because I have a hard time blending my concealer when I wear this, but I refuse to compromise. I refuse to not wear sunblock even if it compromises my makeup. There we go, that's the way to word it. Okay, taking this, I squeeze some onto the back of my hand, and I really hate using my fingertips for makeup because I don't like the feeling it leaves in between like the grooves of my fingers, like the fingerprint. That's a very specific like pet peeve, but it's just how I am. So I'll take the sunblock, I'll take a blending brush, sometimes I'll take my finger and dab it around and then I'll blend it in, or I just kind of go in like this, pick it up on my brush, and then I'll go into it like this. Make sure you get your eyelids too, every part of your face. And I think one of the reasons why this sunblock is a little difficult to work with, especially with makeup, is because it has like an oil base, and oil does not like to set very well. Any excess on my hand I'll go onto my neck, and any excess within the brush bristles I'll also rub into my neck and kind of in the jawline area. So I'm going to fill in my eyebrows. I just did my eyebrows pretty recently. Usually when I do my eyebrows I thread them from home. I taught myself how to thread my eyebrows a while back, and it saves me so much more time and it's a lot more convenient, and I can get it the way I want it to. I'm taking my Busted Morphe palette. It's missing the two pieces that connect it together. By taking this palette, I like to use this grayish color here and this like black color here. I'll mix them together. So I'll kind of tap a little bit of both, tap off the excess, and I'll go into my eyebrow. And I have a mirror right above here, so I'm gonna try to come in a little close to fill in my eyebrows. I like to fill it more in like the meat part of my eyebrow, so like in the middle where there's more hair. I don't really have a lot of eyebrow hair to work with, so I'm just kind of filling in where I have the most eyebrow hair already with more color. And then any excess powder on the brush I'll just kind of put into the front part of my eyebrow. So it's got that nice like gradient kind of look. So after filling my eyebrows, I'm gonna powder my face, and then I'll go back onto my eyebrows, because that way the oil will be offset by the powder and I can actually draw onto my face without the oil like making it smudge around. That really wasn't well explained, but you'll see later on. So looks a little dark, don't worry about it. We will blend it out in a bit. Actually, we'll blend it out now. I have an eyebrow pencil here by NYX. It's in the shade Espresso. It looks like this. So I'm gonna use this later once I powder my face, but I'm just gonna take the spoolie and brush away any excess powder. I wanna be really careful about this because like, again, my face has a bunch of oil on it and it doesn't help that I'm sweating a little bit. My dorm that I live in is a really old building, so there is no air conditioning, but there is a heating system, and there's a vent right here. You guys can't see it. The vent is constantly running. I don't know why, but this summer it's been like 36, 37 degrees Celsius, and my heater is still running, and it's really, really hot, and you can't turn it off. So I need a fan here to keep me cool. And this fan is never not running. It's constantly running. Alrighty, concealer. You can already see my nose. There's a couple of beads of sweat on my nose. Concealer. My favorite concealer to use right now is this Cover Maestro Pot Concealer by HannahCha. It's a Korean brand, I believe. I actually bought this concealer in one of the 지하철 stations. So like in Korea, there's a lot of little shops in the train stations and subway stations. I think they're subways. There's a lot of underground little stores in Korea, and I think it's so cool because while you're waiting for your train or subway. While you're waiting for the Transit, you can shop, and that's actually it's so nice because it's actually pretty affordable. So I bought this in one of the makeup shops. This is like I will go back to Korea for this concealer. I've never found a concealer that matches me so perfectly. When I was younger, I used to watch Joyce Bean. I think she goes by Joyce now on YouTube. Like, she used to be known as Wild Daisy Forever. I think that's what the name was. Although we're different ethnicities, I always thought my skin tone was really similar to hers. So whenever she would do makeup tutorials, I would take note of what concealer she uses, and then I would go buy that myself, and it actually happened to be a really good match for me. But this is the one that I found on my own, and this is like even better than any of the concealers that I've tried from Joyce's channel. This thing matches me in the winter, so when I'm really pale it matches me, and then in the summer when I tan it matches me still, but like it's like it has a slight brightening effect, so it's like I can use this year round. So get this concealer. It looks so small, but this thing has lasted me over a year, which is probably way past its expiration date. Oh, it expires in 2022, April 30th, and I bought this in 2019. This concealer, it looks so small, and it looks like it's actually kind of gross looking, but there is a lot more product than you would think in here, and it's so like convenient and small. Like, look at it, it's like easy to carry around with you. Look at how cute it is. It looks so fancy, the packaging. Anyways, I'm gonna take some on my finger, and I'm gonna go in like front bag and up here. I don't really know what the tactic behind this is. I see it on TikTok all the time, but you know what? I just like the way it looks, so I'm just gonna do that. And this is the only time I'll use my fingers to blend. I just feel like the way that my concealer blends when I use my fingertips just looks a lot nicer, more clean and brightening. Oh, and it's in the shade Piano. It's in the shade Piano, like the instrument. And lastly, I've always had like orange pigmentation around my mouth. I don't really know where it came from, but I'm gonna conceal that up too. It really helps define the shape of my lips. Wearing lipstick is not really a thing for me because like I really don't know what my lip shape is because it kind of like blends into the rest of my face. Alrighty, this is where we go in with our powder. I go with this Korean powder that I also bought in one of the train station stores, I think. It's by Skin Food. It's just their buckwheat loose powder. If you ever watch my makeup videos, you will see that I don't really use different products. I use like, this is like been the powder I use in every single makeup video. That's just because I don't like having a lot of products on me, and it's hard for me to store it and organize it. And then they expire and I don't ever use them. I like to use the same products, and then once I run out of like mascara, then I'll just go buy a new mascara. I won't actually like buy one when I already have one. So I'll take my big fluffy brush. I cover up the it comes with a little sponge, but I don't like to use that. I use my powder brush. I'll cover it like this, and I'll give it a nice shake, and then tap off any excess, and then I'll press it into my skin. So we concealed here, and then a little bit between my eyebrows. And then any excess I'll just kind of tap around the rest of my face because we still have that sunblock on, and that oil sunblock we gotta set with the powder so there's not as much shine. Okay, now that I got some powder on my eyebrow area, we will go back in with the eyebrows. So I'm gonna take this eyebrow stick or pencil that I have, and the sun is kind of going away here. And I'm just gonna draw in my tails a little further and outwards, just slightly. And the same thing over here. When I was younger, I used to like extend my eyebrows so far because I didn't really know my limits. And honestly, this is a little far too, but I don't mind it. And my mom used to be like, why do you draw your eyebrows all the way like out here? No one's eyebrows are that long. And she'd be like, I'm really embarrassed because I would show up to church with my eyebrows like, and she would just like feel embarrassed in front of all the other Kyoajumas. But you know what? She had her reasons. I did not know how to do my makeup back then. Eyebrows are set. So with that girl makeup, I always kind of think it as like very natural, and it's just like the girl embracing her features that she already has. What? She already has. Yeah, okay. So I like to take a fluffy crease brush. My go-to contour, aka my only contour I own, is also from Korea. It's by the brand Tony Moly. It's called a blusher, which is weird because it's like a nice brown color, but it's called a blusher. It's in the shade Vintage Brown. It's spelled in Korean, so I'll just tell you the shade number 19. I'll take that on a little fluffy brush, and we're just gonna kind of contour the outer corners of my eyelid and also blend it around. There's no tactic around this. I just kind of put it there and then I just like circle it. And I think because we're gonna use this as our contour color, because it's all around the same shade, that way you're just kind of embracing your features and it's nothing too drastic. It looks like, you know, very simple, minimal, no makeup type things. I'm gonna take a more dense brush like this, pick up the color, and then I'm gonna contour my nose. My nose isn't actually straight. My dad has a nose that points a little bit towards this side of his face, and so I have that from him as well. So sometimes when I contour my nose, it actually emphasizes the lack of, I guess, symmetry that my face has. So what I'll do is actually I'll just contour like up here, because then it'll look like I have a nice nose bridge. I just kind of take the powder, circle around here, and then I stop like right around like the bottom of my eye area slash like my eye bag area. So like around here is when I stop. And then I'll just kind of lift my eyebrows, and here you can kind of see like the shape my skull has. So I'll just kind of push it into that empty space between the bone, and then same thing on this side. And then sometimes I'll contour like the tip of my nose to give it a little bit more dimension like this, and then a little bit here, but not so much. Like I don't do this part often because it also emphasizes the lack of symmetry my nose has. And then just to loosen it up a little bit, not make it too harsh, I'll take any blending brush. This is by Morphe M513. I think this brush is a little too like spiky, like it kind of hurts. I wouldn't use it as a blending brush on my eyelids. I just use it for wherever else. So I'm just gonna kind of blend that out lightly. So this isn't my favorite brush, but I'm just trying to like get a good use out of it so I don't waste my money. Taking the same color, and we're just gonna lightly contour our cheeks. I don't have a lot of cheekbone. Like it ends up looking muddy, but I just like to do it because why not? So I'm gonna lift my hair up. I'm gonna push some of this product into like my sideburn area. And like, so if this is where the hollows of your cheeks are, I'll actually put it like right where my cheekbone starts. So it gives the illusion of higher cheekbones. I think with that girl makeup, it's a lot of like face makeup. So contour, blush, like concealer, like the natural neutral things, not as much as like eyeshadow or like heavy lipstick, things like that. And next, my favorite part is blush. So I've been using this Milk Makeup blush in the shade Work with an E, so W-E-R-K, and it's such a nice corally shade. So I'm gonna take that like up here, I guess like where my eye is, but like horizontal. So really high up here. This is where I would put my highlight usually, but we're just gonna put our blush up on there, so not so much on the apples of my cheeks. And then I take my blush brush and I just kind of blend that out and upwards. So blend it like pushing it up. So I'm gonna repeat the same thing on this side, like that. It looks like a lot, and just blend it out. I kind of blend it into my hair. I don't really think you're supposed to do that, but oh well. So here, a little bit of nose. I think blush has definitely been a big staple. I don't think I've ever used blush as often as I do now, but you know what? It's cute, and it makes you look like sun-kissed, and like, I don't know. I like it. Alrighty. Next, the eyes. I just do some mascara and a really light hand with eyeliner. So mascara, I'm going to curl my eyelashes off camera because it's hard for me to do this and like hold the mirror here at the same time. So I'm gonna quickly curl my eyelashes off camera. Okay, eyelashes are curled. I'm going to take my L'Oreal Telescopic Waterproof Mascara. Again, the only mascara that I really use. The waterproof part makes it so much nicer to use on Asian eyelashes. This actually holds my curl, and like does a decent job of holding my curl when I have a mask on, but it doesn't hold it perfectly. But it's a lot better than any of the other mascaras I've tried. It's also kind of drying up, so I need to get a new one. But I'm just gonna apply this through my eyelashes. Try really hard not to touch my eyelid with it, but I always get it on my eyelid and on my baby hairs. And then we'll do a little bit on the lower lashes. So next, eyeliner. I don't do anything too drastic. The color CoverGirl Intensify My Eyeliner in brown. Brown just looks a lot more natural. It's less intense, and I think that really is a good one to use for like the natural look, especially if you want to emphasize your natural features. And I think I'm going to wing it straight, because winging it straight or down, I think is more flattering to my eye shape than winging it upwards. I think I just look too like intense when I wing it upwards. And winging it straight just kind of like pushes my natural eye shape a little outwards. Also, this eyeliner's drying out too. I need to buy new makeup, but with whatever I have left, just kind of outward like that. Wow, you really can't even see it. This is such a dry eyeliner. So I'm gonna use my eyebrow pencil instead, and I'm just gonna go over it just to intensify the brown. Okay, so there's that. And then I take the same pencil and I'll do the inner corner thing. I'll show you in a second. I don't know the word for it. I don't think when I do it like drastically, it's very flattering on my eyes. They look kind of like scary. So I found a way that works for me, and it's just like a little tiny bit, just like the slightest. Do you see that? It makes like a very, very, very small difference, but it's there. Honestly, it's like I just do this part for myself. I like the way my eyes look when I have it like that. Alrighty, lastly, optional, I'm gonna take my Bobbi Brown lip gloss. I think it's lip gloss. It's lip tint, but it's in the shade cream, so it pretty much is lip gloss. And it has SPF 15, so we're just gonna throw that on my lips. Actually, I think I'm gonna give my lips a little color. Some Peri Para. This is in orange. This is like an orange tint water. Looks like an orange juice bottle. Isn't that so cute? It's from Korea, by the way. Oh, last but not least, I'm gonna go grab my earrings because we can't be a that girl without the gold earrings. I have these little 2 gold C hoop earrings. I bought them on AliExpress actually. My ears are not sensitive, so I don't have allergies to non-gold or silver jewelry, so I've been able to wear these. We got the earrings on, and I bought myself a wedding band from Amazon. It's actually so cute. It was only 20 bucks, but it's like it's 14K gold filler, so it's not entirely 14K gold. It's like part of it, and then it's like mixed with a bunch of other material and metals. Here's my little ring. I wear this everywhere. I'm sorry, I'm like insecure about my fingers and my hands, so I just kind of go like this to show you. But it's really cute and super dainty, and just like, it just, I don't know, I just like the way it looks. It's really, it's, you know. So that is all for this makeup tutorial. I hope you guys like this video. Please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. If you would like to stay in touch, you can also follow my Instagram. It's at hannahxcha. If you have any questions or any comments you want to share, please leave them down below. I'll be more than happy to read them and respond. And yeah.
'Cause you're my best dream, worst nightmare, all at the same time. Oh boy, you blow my mind. Oh, I don't know how to feel.